What's going on, YouTube? Sensitive Place to be chosen. Mr. Andy back on to give you guys another Smackdown review. Friday Night Smackdown, coming to you from July 30th, 2020. So here's what you guys. So the Fiend starts off Smackdown, comes on, and like he's walking out the Swamp War talks. I was looking for Braun Strowman, and then he says, "Well, look, he might get a bunch of alligators, but now you've awakened him, and you know what he wants. He wants a Universal Championship." So it looks like we got the three faces of Wyatt coming after Braun Strowman. So it looks like they're going to do the Fiend versus Braun Strowman at SummerSlam. So we had Bray Wyatt at Money in the Bank. I mean, we had Mr. Rogers, Bray Wyatt at Money in the Bank. Then we had Jim Jones, Bray Wyatt at Extreme Rules. So now at SummerSlam, it looks like we're going to get the Fiend. And the Fiend's probably going to take the championship. And we know who's taking that championship off the Fiend. SmackDown opens up with the Intercontinental Championship with AJ Styles going up against Mello, and like I said last week with the Fatal 4, it was a good matchup. This is going to be a good matchup too, and it was a good matchup. Great to see Mello show why he is the king of the ropes, and AJ Styles still be able to hang with these guys. First of all, AJ Styles from 2005 is definitely having a crazy ass match with Mello, but as he's older in his 40s, stuff like that, still able to hang with the likes of people like Mello, and it was a good matchup. Mello, walks over, does a little turn thing, does front drop hit to AJ Styles. He's really getting the best of him. As he does it one more time, goes to the well one too many times, AJ gives him a chop block from the air, which is hurting his knee. And then AJ been working on the knee the whole matchup and puts him in the calf crusher, and Mello taps out. So that's a good way to put over the calf crusher. As AJ Styles retains the Intercontinental Championship, which I believe that was going to happen in the first place. Backstage, Shorty G, Gable is watching the TV, and then King Corbin comes up to him and he says, "That could have been you out there." And then he's like, "Oh, wait a minute, hold on. You're talking to me all of a sudden. We're friends after you, all the short jokes." He said, "Look, I was already your friend, but I'm just letting you know right now that that could be you out there. You got this barefoot guy comes in here and it takes all your thunder and stuff like that. You're an Olympian. You should be out there." He says, "Okay, I get it. So you want me to take out Matt Riddle for you?" And he just says, "Look, the King's ransom, just saying, they're paid to take it out." So Gable's getting the thinking going on. I'm just like, don't do this to Gable. People have to do this to Gable. Jeff Hardy comes out, and Jeff Hardy is talking about how he overcame his demons, and then, so he gets real emotional. He's appreciated that, he's very blessed that he has people out there in his corner keep looking out for him and everything and fighting for him. He's like that he's going to do the best he can to do anything for you guys, as he finally beat Pat Sheamus. And Corbin came out and said, "Look, Jeff, we're tired of hearing you whine and going about your sobriety, because you're just going to go back to that place anyway. But I'm here to talk about the King's ransom, and I'm seeing all the problems in my kingdom in SmackDown." He says, Jeff Hardy said, "Well, everybody around you has a problem, Corbin, and it's probably you." But then, no sooner than that, here comes Drew Gulak. I forgot. Drew Gulak comes out and attacks King Corbin. Go to commercial break. We're back for a matchup. So we get a match between King Corbin and Drew Gulak, and they just put up Drew Gulak. It was an okay TV matchup. And then Matt Riddle comes up at the top to distract King Corbin, but he doesn't get distracted, as he still takes down Gulak and gives him the end of days. As soon as the match is over, Riddle comes in there and jumps Corbin. So that looks like the match we're getting for SummerSlam.
Take Riddle out. Oh my God, from behind that Shorty G, who had the conversation earlier with King Corbin.
Going over to our big singles match that we keep building up is Big E taking on The Miz with John Morrison by his side. So what the thing is, with Corey Graves on, kept building up like this is Big E's first singles run, and as is like it's not a tag team matchup. He doesn't have his partner to rely on, to take some more stamina and stuff like that. I'm like, I hate that WWE tells their announcers to make it sound like we're dumb. First of all, Big E started out as a singles guy. That was the thing. He'd been in New Day for 6 years. Big E was the second ever NXT champion. Big E was an Intercontinental champion. When Big E was the bodyguard for Dolph Ziggler, they did some tag matches, but Big E was a singles guy though. And then when him and Kofi was feuding together, stuff like that, they just could not get anything going. That's how the New Day started. I like how they feel as though how y'all gonna ignore the first era of Big E's singles run. He had a singles run. He's had singles championships before. It's trying to get back to that. Well, Big E still comes out with the whole, New Day, stuff like that. I like how he rolls down the stage and everything, but that's going to have to probably give up as he's probably getting serious more into the run. But They have a good match. It's a real match to showcase Big E, and then they have John Morrison do everything in his power to try to get Big E off his game by doing some parkour stuff off the stairs, taking that Big E, giving him a kick in the corner, in the midst of the Skull Crusher finale, and Big E still kicks out, and the referee finally sees him, throws him out, and then Big E, instead of winning with the big ending, he wins with the stretch muffler, or the Brock Lock, whatever you want to call it, but the stretch muffler submission hold. That may be a new thing Big E may bring back, because it looks impressive. The stretch muffler, when he had a leg over there and just squeezing, it looks really impressive. So Big E comes and tells Corey Graves that I'm coming, and ain't nobody going to stop me. Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro take a toast and have a celebration of them winning their new tag team championships when Grand Mello League and Lindsay DeRon come in. He said, well, hold on, why y'all even in here? First of all, did you just lose to AJ Styles, by the way? So you need to get out of here. So they're trying to build title contentions, but like having Cesaro and Nakamura take championships is cool. Then we get the return of Otis and Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose looking like, oh my God. And she says, well, look, it's been a while since we've been on a date, right? So I got us booked to a place for your favorite barbecue place. Oh yeah. And then he said, they're going to have ribs and have steak and all stuff like that. Then he said, what's for dessert? She said, I hope, probably have a little,
peach sundae.
Whew.
Ooh. Covered in whipped cream. Drizzled in a little chocolate syrup.
Okay.
Maybe with a little cherry on top.
Yes!
Well, then she says, look, I'm going to go get ready, and then we'll go meet back here, stuff like that. So, but then at the corner, you see Sonya Deville easily creeping along the way, just staring at Mandy Rose. Sheamus is also backstage, still look like the paper boy from back in the day, and just was like, hey, you know what, fine, I lost to Jeff Hardy. I'll be a man about it. It doesn't matter anyway, because he's going to fall right back into that thing anyway. But right now I'm pissed, and now since Jeff Hardy's no longer my problem, that means the whole Blue Brand's in trouble because everybody's my problem. And Sheamus takes the hat and just... Naomi versus Lacey Evans is up next because obviously... what happened with the Naomi deserves better thing? Lacey Evans says, well, you think Naomi deserves better? Then you wait till after tonight that she, that you're really going to get mad for it. So the match is really too much of nothing. Lacey tries to win the same way by tying Naomi's hair up, but then she doesn't. And then Naomi gets the roll on Lacey Evans and wins the matchup. And then I was like, a roll up? You kind of can just, give it a rear view and call it a day. But, it doesn't happen. So I guess they're going to keep this rivalry thing going with Naomi and Lacey Evans. As Mandy Rose is getting ready backstage for her and Otis's date, Sonya Deville comes out and attacks Mandy Rose, beats her down senseless, and then just takes some scissors and starts cutting Mandy Rose's hair. And I'm like, whoa, why you cutting Mandy's hair? And I mean, like, legit grabbing it and, like, cutting it off for locks of love type thing. And then I'm like, what's going on with Mandy Rose? Like, she gonna cut her hair down? She gonna make it short hair or something like that? And then she just, like, kicks her and knocks her out. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, this is definitely gonna lead. This better lead to a SummerSlam matchup because they didn't get the proper blow off that they deserve, in my personal opinion. Women's Championship matchup: Bayley taking on Nikki Cross for the Women's Championship, and Sasha's out there. This matchup, Nikki Cross is hitting Bayley with everything that she could possibly get, trying to reverse everything, and then even takes Bayley on the outside and rams her into the plexiglass with a big body attack, and nothing's still working. Alexa Bliss is out there. Nikki Cross trying to go for a neck breaker, but Bayley gets out of it and goes for that terrible overdrive fish move that she does. Beats Nikki Cross, and they take up the win. Nikki Cross is obviously distraught, and then Alexa Bliss comes in there to check on her, but Nikki Cross is pissed, pushes Alexa Bliss off of her. I was like, Alexa Bliss is going to give her the forearm and turn on. That's the only reason why this match had to be the main event, probably, right? And but no, that didn't happen. Then she walks off, and then the Fiend think the choo-choo. The Fiend still comes on, and the next thing you know, the Fiend is up there staring down at Alexa Bliss, crawls near her, and gives Alexa Bliss the mandible claw. I'm like, I did not think that was going to happen. With WWE being so safe these days, and then with the publishers and stuff that they got going on, I did not think they was going to go that route, and it did. And the Fiend chokes out Alexa Bliss, and that's all it is right there. So that was SmackDown, guys. I'm giving SmackDown a pass this week. I enjoy SmackDown. Did you guys enjoy SmackDown? Post down in the comments down below. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed my review. Hit the subscribe button for more WWE content right here, and also make sure to check out the No Gimmick Scene of Wrestling podcast as well. So once again, this is NC Place to Be. Chill, Mr. A&D, and the Nerd Coalition is out.